We all have life storms, and when we get the rough times and we recover from them, we should celebrate that we got through it. No matter how bad it may seem, there's always something beautiful you can find. I can think of no better way to summarize or represent the indescribable experience that I was able to be a part of during my first semester in SPIA. My first day of the summer bridge program, we learned about an opportunity to go to the Indianapolis Reentry Education Facility. Despite the reassuring name, IREF is first and foremost a reentry facility for convicted felons. This fact alone is enough to cause apprehension when going through this experience. However, for me, the first meeting with the gentleman was all it took for me to change my preconceptions I had going into it. After beginning this experience, it didn't take long for me to make connections between IRF and my J101, V100, and R12 classes. Over bridge and the first week of school in my J101 class, we learned about our implicit biases. Going to IRF, I had my own biases. I was raised to believe that anyone in jail or prison was an animal, not to be trusted, beyond hope, and the scum of the earth. However, after listening to the men speak and getting to know them as human beings, I realized that this was not the case in this particular situation. After that first meeting, I could see that the topics discussed during Toastmasters and what we were learning in class were lining up. Several of the men shared their stories of what they did and how the process of the criminal justice system affected them. One specific example was in class when we were learning about the waiver process for children and how in Greg's speech he told us about being in jail since 14 for murder. We were receiving first-hand experiences for what we were learning. This experience of doing Toastmasters at IRF has also been mutually beneficial. One of the main reasons we go to IRF is to work on our public speaking ability, while also helping the residents develop their skills so that they can be successful when they go back into society. This helps us as part of our R110 course. We give the same speeches in class that we give in this prison. This experience at the prison puts us in an uncomfortable position so we can learn to become more effective public speakers and to overcome our fears. The gentlemen in this chapter of Toastmasters are very professional and understand that their progress in this program can mean the difference between having a successful reentry experience or an unsuccessful reentry experience. They help us grow as much as we help them. In the meetings, we have talked about issues ranging from topics like what our dreams are in the future, like Barry talking about his dream to open up his own catering business, to very deep issues, like Brad's speech on how much psychological strain being put in solitary has on a person. This program also helps us develop our skills for our V100 course. This course helps us to prepare for our future careers. My goal is to major in policy studies and then use that to influence a change in the policies and the policy-making process that this country uses and implements every day. Part of being a policymaker is being able to understand the issues in society and how to bring about change or a solution to that issue. This experience has made me develop a relationship with the men in the system, and it has inspired me to want to bring about change for the future. Once I put myself in the shoes of these gentlemen, it made the issues personal to me. Through it all, I learned that if someone wants to truly influence change, they must first understand the people they are trying to influence change for. Getting to go to IREF has helped me do exactly that. It has helped me to realize I want to change how society sees prisoners and make changes so that these men and women being released are not set up for failure because of one mistake they made in their past. Saying that this experience has been life-changing would be an understatement. It has helped me grow in ways I never thought I would. I have improved my public speaking ability and my understanding of the criminal justice system. It has also helped me to gain an understanding of what I want to do with my major and how I want to influence change in policy. If you choose to go into any experience with the mindset that it will be anything less than beneficial, then that's exactly what you will receive out of it. However, If you go in with the understanding that situations are not always what they seem, then you will find it a much more rewarding experience. These men at IREF, and more specifically the men in this chapter of Toastmasters, may not have the most spotless backgrounds, but they are actively trying to better themselves so that they can be an active part of society when they get out, and not just another statistic. And I think that's the important thing that we need to recognize about this whole experience.